So here I am at the dance square. This is the old town hall. Later converted into a royal house. And here the monument to the losses of the Second World War. So I did take one of those walking tours. I'm not going to show the people on the walking tour or the guard out of respect. After all, I did not ask their authorization to record. But that does not prevent me from recording while I walk with them. So I'm right at the end of the line. And they do advertise the fact that the tour happens regardless of weather. So whether it's raining or snowing or whatever, the tour always happens. And it does look like so. There were like 15 people. They presented each other. And our guy is an Italian guy, has been here for 2 years and is showing the major locations of the city. So that's the dance square, or the original then over the Amstel River was built, and how the city actually began. And there's also where there's a new church that was built around 100 years after the old church, which is in the red light district, or rather the other way around, in the Valence. And the new church was built in 1406 or something like this, 100 years after the other one. Audio. So this is the Dutch Stock Exchange, the first stock exchange in the world. Naturally, it wasn't the first arrangement ever to include investors in any kind of company, but what was most revolutionary about this one was that shares could actually be traded. So, for example, owners of companies like the Dutch East India companies could actually just sell the shares to other people. That's what in the 17th century, in the 1600s, actually made it innovative. So this is the very first canal of the city of Amsterdam. God, it is cold. I've been putting more and more layers and it keeps getting colder. I have a really hard time believing we're still above freezing temperature. Still, as you can see, many of the houses are actually tilted. They claim that the ones that are tilted front quarters were actually done so on purpose in order to make it easier to lift up like products and everything that had to be stored inside the houses. I half believe it. By the way, it's interesting to keep in mind that the free walking tours are not really free. I already knew this before I came. They are technically free, but you're expected to give a tip. Like, they will be significantly offended if you don't. So this number 7 is the narrowest facade in Amsterdam. Here another one of the canals, and I'm gonna stop. No, just crossing the street. I've been talking to our guide about the Valence district, the red light district, and how it seemed pretty empty yesterday night when I went there. More about that later. And he told me that indeed, while they haven't relocated to the new building yet, that's still just a project, the government has already tried to curtail a bit of the business there and vastly reduce the amount of displays. So that's why we don't have as many glasses nowadays. This is Alessio, the guy who just is the walking tour. Would you like to say something?
Hi guys! See you hopefully soon in Amsterdam for a tour. Nice walking tour.
You've been here for 2 years and you work for a free walking tour, right?
Yes.
Okay, nice walking with you. Now let's get somewhere warm, shall we?
Yes.
Take care.
Ciao.
Here I am at the Vondel Park. It's almost 4:30, so I realized I probably didn't have enough time to go to the Rijksmuseum, for example, or anywhere else for that matter, before it closed at 5 p.m.